Hey, what's going on, guys? Devin here with Backcountry Exposure. Today we're going to talk about my top 5. Yes, my top 5 with a 6th honorable mention, budget backpacking gear items. Now, something that has been discussed on my channel before through comments and messages is why don't you ever do budget backpacking gear items? Part of the reason that I don't do very inexpensive gear items is because I choose to purchase gear specifically that I feel is going to last a long time. And I feel like with backpacking gear, you definitely get what you pay for. That is a philosophy that I live by, and something over my many years of backpacking and outdoor experience. The money and good money that you spend on a piece of outdoor gear typically lends itself to something that is going to last a really long time. And so I'm somebody that really likes to invest in high quality gear, and so I do spend good money on products. However, there are a lot of things that I carry that I would consider budget items. And we're going to talk about these budget items specifically in the sense of ways that you can save weight, things that are really beneficial to kind of change up your backpacking system. And so let's go ahead and just dive into number 1. And these are in no particular order of importance or ranking, but number 1 of a awesome budget backpacking item is a backpack itself. This happens to be the Osprey Exos 38. The Osprey series is what I'm going to refer to as a awesome budget backpacking backpack, because you've got something that is fairly low cost in the regards to lots of other options that are available out there on the market. I mean, you get on Amazon, you can find packs for like $60, even $30, but you have to ask yourself, is it going to last a long time? Is it comfortable? And is it going to suit the needs for me? In this case, am I going to save weight by purchasing a $60 pack off of Amazon or off of some other website like Backcountry? So the Exos series is a fantastic, low-cost, budget-friendly backpack that saves a ton of weight. This is a really awesome lightweight backpack. I don't particularly carry this all the time anymore because I am using a different frameless pack. But if you are looking to get into backpacking and you want to start with something lightweight, then the Exos 48 or the Exos 58 is going to be an awesome pack. Once you get to the point that you are carrying lighter loads in the summer, then going with a 38 liter like this is going to be a really good option. This has been one of the best purchases that I've ever made, and again, at a low cost. Really happy with it, and it's worth the investment because Osprey makes amazing products that are made super well, and you're just over 2 pounds with this particular pack. So that's number 1 on the list. Number 2 is going to be a pot, and specifically a titanium pot. This is the Toaks 700 milliliter pot. I've got other Toaks products, but the reason that I like these 700, and this on Amazon was like $35, and if you've got Prime, then it ships free. And in regards to titanium, the price that you pay for the Toaks products definitely fits within the budget category. But the 700 milliliter is a perfect size in that you can put some kind of like small cup on the inside. I can get a really tiny stove in here. So if you're looking for a budget stove, the BRS stove on Amazon, sorry to keep like directly linking to Amazon, but that's where you can get a lot of budget friendly backpacking items. But in this pot, I can put a 100 gram butane canister and that BRS stove inside of the pot, close this off, stick it in the bag, and you are super lightweight with this. Ounces, like way better than a aluminum pot, and it doesn't cost that much more than an aluminum pot. But you have to make the decision on whether or not the heat transfer and such that you get and the durability that you get from titanium is worth the weight savings. And a lot of times for new backpackers, going with something like this isn't the best option because you're a little bit harder on your gear and that kind of thing. But this is a really, really good route to go. So the Toaks 700 milliliter pot. Next on the list is the Cascade Wild, and this is why I have 6 items in the list, because this is kind of a unique piece compared to everything else that I have here as good budget backpacking items. But this I'm including because I literally take it every single time I go out on a trip. But this table, more or less for $10, allows me to keep things out of the dirt, out of the sand, my eating utensils and whatnot, to keep things clean. And at just over 2 ounces, it's an awesome product. So Cascade Wild, and the gentleman that owns this company, his name is Jim. Fantastic person. I have had several email conversations with him and could not say enough good things about a simple product like this. That is not something that everybody would really think about, but this is a great budget item that adds some luxury without a excessive amount of weight to your backpacking system. Next item that we'll talk about is this big thing that you see down here in the screen. This is the Hammock Gear Econ Burrow. This is the 40 degree. And the reason that I'm including this is I am 100% sold on the comfort of Quilt camping versus using a traditional sleeping bag. This quilt comes in just over $120 or so, depending on what temperature rating you get. The 40 degree and 50 degree options being the lowest cost. But if you want to get into a down, super lightweight, inexpensive bag that supports a cottage company made here in the United States, then Hammock Gear is a really good way to go. And it's not that expensive. Like, I paid, I think, $134 with shipping for this. And if you consider what you're getting with it, the comfort, the fact that it's made in America, made by people by hand, it's just a fantastic product. And so supporting your cottage companies is really important to me. And so comparative to other quilts that are available on the market, there are definitely lower cost options, cheaper things, but a quilt is easily one of the better products that I think you can transition to in your backpacking system. And you'll benefit from it because you save quite a bit of weight by going to a quilt, and it's very versatile. So ground dwelling in a tent with a proper R-value pad is going to be really nice with this, as well as using it in a hammock. So if you've got a tent that you're using as well as a hammock system, then you're going to benefit from having a quilt. And so this definitely fits within that budget criteria for me, because under $200 for something like this is a really good cost. Moving on to the next item, we're going to talk about water filtration and budget options for water filtration. In my left hand here, I've got the Aquamira chlorine dioxide drops. I freaking love these things. They're super lightweight, and for about $15, you've got water filtration that doesn't necessarily go bad for a really long time, and it's really simple to use, and definitely recommend checking out the Aquamira. But on the other side of the water filtration is going to be some kind of hollow fiber filter, whether it's this Hydro Blue Versaflow or it's a Sawyer Mini. These are really low cost, and they are super effective, and they are super lightweight. There is a theme here of all of these items saving weight but not breaking the bank. And so for about $20, you've got a water filter that's going to last a really long time. It's going to keep you safe, you filter out all of the gross things in water that you don't want to drink. The downside to the Aquamira is sometimes you are going to get floaties depending on what your water situation is like. So the hollow fiber filters like this Hydro Blue Versaflow, which I really like this because it does have slightly better flow rates than the Sawyer Mini, but either one of those are going to be about $20, $25, and super good options for high quality, reliable water filtration. Now, the last item that we'll talk about in the honorable mention, I don't have this set up. We're just going to show this to you, and I'm going to show pictures of it set up in my experience with it. But this is a awesome budget, fairly lightweight 2-man tent. This is the Perea Outdoor Products Zion 2-person tent. This thing, super cool. In my time using it so far, it's been one of the better tent products that I've actually used. And for all of the features that are included with it, what's inside of it, the amount of space and how well it's made, all of that. Yes, it is a Chinese made product. It is not a unique design. There are other brands that have this exact same design. Hike and Bike, for example, has a tent that is literally identical to this. The MSR series of tents have a very, very similar design to this. But the benefit is you've got a brand and a company that stands behind their products, and they're going to take care of the product if it fails for any reason. So that's something that I really like about Perea, is they're putting out high quality products that are low cost. And if you are looking for a 2-person tent, then the Zion 2-person tent is a really, really good option. Right at about 5 pounds for the entire package. You can lighten it quite a bit to get right under about 4 pounds. And so there are options to be able to split this up between 2 people, carry about 2 pounds each, and have a really high quality, low cost, budget 2-person tent. Check out links down in the description for the various websites of where you can find out more information and even purchase these. What would be your top 5 budget backpacking items comparative to this list? Obviously, there are a lot of things that you can look at and consider as part of a budget backpacking system. This is just a very small thing to look at, but these are 5 items that I absolutely love and are definitely within that budget category. So with that, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. As always, have an awesome day. Catch you on the next one.